What is up, Gig Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Just got done dropping off an order from Tub Subs, one of my favorite restaurants. It's actually right by my house, so I get pinged a ton from this restaurant. It's a great jumping off point when I'm going to start delivering. And interesting story, I actually got a message in app, so I wanted to make a shout out to this customer. Really cool customer. Basically, he was saying thanks for the advice. He had seen my YouTube channel, Gig Nation, and he had actually signed up for DoorDash through it. So not only was he ordering food through UberEats, but he had actually tried out delivering with DoorDash, and he was thankful for the tips. I mean, it's stuff like this that really makes having the channel worthwhile. It was kind of a funny message to get though, because I was mid-delivery and the notification popped up from UberEats and it mentioned Gig Nation. I was honestly kind of scared that UberEats had seen my channel and was mad about it for some reason, but it turned out to be a good thing. But today we're going to be looking at when it may be a good time to actually accept the low-paying offers. We talk so much on this channel about only accepting the best, highest paying offers, about knowing your threshold, what you want to take in terms of payout per mileage. A lot of people have an established number. It's good to have rules, but it's also good to break those rules every once in a while. I'm going to talk about certain times when it's actually worthwhile to break those rules and to take a delivery that you normally wouldn't consider taking. So there are a few times when it actually makes sense to take a low paying order, and I'm going to go into exactly when those times are. The first time that you should take a low paying offer is when you're delivering and you end up kind of out of the way, when you're not near a good restaurant, when you're not near the heart of the city, when you're not in a place that you normally get a lot of orders. If you are in an area like this, then you don't want to sit still. You don't want to continue to be there. You want to head back and towards a more populated area. One of the best ways to do this is with a low paying order. Now, ideally, you would get a high paying order that would take you in this direction, but it's not always the case. So it's worthwhile, even if it's a low payout, just to get you back in the right direction, get you into a place where you can get more high paying orders going forward. This is all about keeping that momentum, and momentum's kind of one of the big topics of this video. Sometimes you can use those low paying orders to keep the ball rolling, because if you sit too long enough, if you're not getting any orders, then you're more likely to sign off and cut everything short. You don't know if this temporary lull is actually going to continue for very long. I mean, sometimes we get that. That's just part of delivering with Uber Eats, delivering with any platform, is sometimes you're going to have slower days, you're going to have slower hours, and so taking a low paying order during that time is perfectly okay. Another time when it makes sense to take a lower payout offer is from a restaurant that you suspect may lead to higher tips. Now, you kind of know this from delivery experience. Personally, I know what restaurants tip well and what types of restaurants tip well, and I like to gravitate towards those. Occasionally, I actually take a low paying offer if it's from one of these restaurants, because customers do not always tip up front. Even though the Uber Eats app is prompting customers to tip before they place an order, not every customer likes to do this. I mean, think about it. If you were negotiating for the best possible service, you wanted your food to get there quickly, would you tip up front and let that customer know that they're guaranteed to get a tip? Let that driver know that they're guaranteed to get a tip? How does that incentivize them to, do good service? Most people are going to go ahead and tip up front. For the record, I encourage this because you'll probably get your food faster. A driver is going to pick it up faster when they see that it's a better payout, but not all customers think like that. Some of them think that they have to wait to make sure that they get everything their way and that they get it right before they leave a tip. I had this the other day on like a $5 order that turned out to be a $10.50 payout because the customer tipped afterwards. Part of that might have been thanks to my great, delivery service. The fact that I have this awesome new heat bag and also a heating pad inside the heat bag. I kind of keep that plugged into a USB charger to make sure that everything's super hot. And I'm going to start selling these on gigsharks.com if you need one in the future. I'm selling them at the lowest possible price. I'm really not trying to make money on these. I'm just trying to get them out to as many people to help drivers if possible. But back to the main topic of this video. When else can you take a low paying offer? One of the times when I actually don't really do low paying orders are during the busy hours, like dinner time hours especially. I just don't take anything low unless I'm really far out of the way and I do need to get back into the city. That's the one time during, dinner time that I'll take these low payout offers. Otherwise, I'm basically in here, like listening to Ariana Grande. Thank you next, swiping through all these orders until I get the right one, because I can be picky. But if you're working during slow times, if you're working early in the morning, maybe midday, maybe just a slow day, then you cannot set your sights as high. You have to start taking these lower payout offers, because you got to take what you can get and try and build off this, maybe get some momentum, maybe find a higher paying order later. But if you start cutting yourself short on a slow day, you may never end up getting started at all. The last time when you can actually take a low paying order and it makes sense is when you're brand new to delivery. If you're just working out, trying to figure out the system, it makes sense to just take whatever orders come your way. Don't get in a habit of this. Know that you have to set that threshold going on, and you have to learn what times a day you can be expecting these high orders and when to take them. But when you're just starting out, you need every order that you can get in order to learn. Don't get too down about these bad orders, because they do come your way. When you get better at it, you can be more selective. You just need learning right now. You need as much learning material and learning time as possible. If you have other times that you personally accept low paying offers that it makes sense, leave an explanation down below so I can hear about them. I know I definitely missed something here. And that's why I love having you guys to leave comments, because I make a ton of mistakes on this channel and they always get corrected. I appreciate that. If you're looking for more gig economy tips and updates going forward, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on alerts and notifications so that you can get all of the latest videos as soon as they drop.